to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic, and this is another edition of Gnostic Kabbalah. Today, we're going to be talking about how to do intentions or set intentions utilizing the Kabbalah. So, first things first, if you want to keep up with the Gnostic Kabbalah series, please join my Substack, The White Rabbit, or you can just Google my name, Kyrie Anthony, and Substack, and you'll find me there. With that being said, let's talk about intentions. Now, intentions in reference to Kabbalah start with the seed or start with Kether. And Kether is the first Sephiroth that is connected to the limitless light. Now, all of these words seem contextual, and at face value, they don't make a lot of sense. So today, I'm going to walk you through the simple process utilizing real life examples, but then also explaining the spiritual phenomena utilizing the science of Kabbalah. So, the first aspect that we want to deal with in reference to Kether is Pluto. Now, Pluto is a transformational planet as in that planetary consciousness that helps assist everything in the world is very simple when you begin to look at real life. So the first example that I'm going to give you is a sperm cell. A sperm cell at face value is just a sperm cell, but when it connects to ovaries, it transforms into a fetus and then ultimately a baby. But that baby didn't birth itself out of nothing. And that sperm cell didn't birth itself out of nothing. That sperm cell was connected to the unlimited light. I'll give you another example. Let's look at an acorn that then transformed into a plant that then transformed into 100-foot tall oak tree. See, that oak tree didn't manifest out of nothing. That acorn didn't manifest out of nothing. That acorn was connect to the limitless supply called the universe or fill in the blanks. So, in reference to the things that you want, I'm going to give you a Kabbalistic step-by-step playbook to bring it into realization. So we are going to start with Kether. We are going to start with the seed, and that seed must be encoded. So when you plant a seed, you got to know what you are planting. You can't randomly plant a seed. So what do I mean? When you are setting an intention, you must know what that intention is. And the more specific you are with the intention, the better. And when you have that specific intention, you go deep into meditation. And what this is going to do, it is going to encode your seed. And then you are going to plant that seed. Therefore, you're going to think about this intention. You're going to do things that are in reference to the things that you are thinking about. You are going to immerse yourself in that intention. You're going to submerge yourself into that intention until something blossoms. And then you are going to protect what blossoms. You are going to grow what blossoms. And then it is going to grow into a fruit, or it is going to bear fruit. And from that, you're going to get more seeds. So what are you going to do? You're going to plant more seeds. And the most important thing to this entire process, when you reach your abundance, when you reach your prosperity, you must share. And once you share, you are completing the circle of living out said intention. And the key point to this is sharing in reference to the Kabbalistic point of view. When we think about all of the things that we want for ourselves, we are limited in what we can do spiritually, magically, and even physically. But when we set in our mind, I am going to get this abundance, I am going to get this prosperity so I can help those that are less fortunate, so I can help those that need the help, or just simply because I have a generous heart to help, that makes it to whereas the purpose of the seed, the purpose of the manifestation comes true. So, with all of this being said, this is a very simple step by step Kabbalistic practice. If you want to really hammer these things down, join the Substack where we'll be going through this in full detail in our Gnostic Kabbalah series. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.